morning, children. So today I am going to introduce something very interesting, and that is solid geometry. What is solid geometry? See, children, when we look around us, we see different types of shapes, and some of the shapes we have already learned in class 3, like triangle, square, rectangle, circle. We have learned about this in class 3. I am showing you some props also. See, this is what? This is a rectangle. This is a triangle. This is a square. And this one is a circle. Now you see, children. Observe this rectangle. Here we have length, we have breadth. Right? But here something is absent. That is the thickness. We only have two dimensions, the length and the breadth. The thickness is absent. So these type of figures are called two-dimensional figures. Two-dimensional. When we have only length and breadth, the thickness is absent in two-dimensional figures. Now, to observe these objects. See these objects. See, you can understand. It has a thickness. This is length, right? Then we can say this is the breadth or height. So, and this is another side. So, length, breadth, and height. So, here we have one more dimension, and that is the height. This object is thin. To compare these two, see this. These two objects to compare. It's thin, but it's thick. So, solid geometry has one more dimension, that is its thickness. So, these type of objects are called three-dimensional objects, and in solid geometry we deal with three-dimensional objects. Three dimensions are length, breadth, and height. See this first object, cube. First shape, cube. Cube. This is a cube. What is a cube? A cube. And let me tell you one more thing. These are called faces. Face. The solid objects always have faces. Okay. So see, this is a cube. In here we see all the sides are equal. You see the first face, this is a square. Now, what happens if I take a square and pull it? Okay, then it gains a thickness. That means what? It is a square. This is also 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 a square. That means if I take 6 squares and pack into one, it becomes a cube. So it has faces. 1 face, 2 face, 3 face, 4 face. On top 1 face, down. So 6 faces. Cube has then 6 faces. And I will give you a chart regarding this. How many faces, how many edges, how many corners these dimensional objects have. Today I'm just introducing you, I'll give you a chart. So you have to understand this solid geometry objects. They all have thickness. This is a cube, all the faces are identical, same. This is a cuboid, cuboid. All the faces are not same in measurement. Okay? This face and this back same. But this side, the opposite faces are same, just like a rectangle. In rectangle, what we have, the opposite sides are equal. In cuboid, the opposite faces are identical. In square, all the sides are equal. In cube, all the faces are identical. There is a difference. This is a cylinder. Cylinder. You have all seen this type of shapes. Cylindrical shapes. Then we have cone. Cone. What the gap? Cone. And last we have sphere. Ball, sphere, I can touch and hold it in my hand. This is sphere. So these are all three-dimensional shapes. And they all have their proper features. In my next video, I will discuss